Good morning, everybody. My name is Julia Flynn Werre, and I am a sales and marketing consultant for the better part of 18, almost 19 years. And it's a funny story as to how all this got started. When I was a little girl, my mom and dad, my dad had this very steady Eddie job. He was in IT. And at the time, he was running cards and tapes. It tells you how long ago that was. He had this great job. My mom was expecting my sister Tara, my youngest sister. And I remember distinctly him coming home and announcing that he had decided to quit his job and be an entrepreneur. And he came by it very honestly because he was a third generation or second generation entrepreneur. So now you understand the history of me. I am a lifelong entrepreneur. I know nothing else. My parents were amazing. They were very encouraging of me and my sisters. And what they really wanted us to do was follow our passion, our dream, and do what we wanted to do best. So there it was. It was about 1970 something. I remember I was like 8. And it was a big moment in my parents' life to start their own business and to do what they wanted to do. Well, fast forward a couple of years, they incorporated me and my sisters a lot into their business. And I walked into Daddy's office and he had these racks on the wall. And I remember walking over and looking at these stacks of pieces of paper and saying, Dad, what are these things? And now I'll tell you what they are. They were called bill stuffers, invoice stuffers. They were like little postcards. And he said to me, you put them into the envelope when you mail out the invoice to the customer, and it gives them reasons to continue doing business with you. That's called marketing. And I fell in love. That was my first love, marketing. So I remember that, and I said to him, do you use them every time? And we talked about it. He told me all about it. And it was at that moment that my passion and desire to help entrepreneurs and business owners to grow their business. And I have been on that journey my entire life. It is really, truly what inspires me and lights me up, is helping other people to make more money. Fast forward many, many years. During my career, the arc of my career was actually all sales. So I started in sales very, very early. In fact, I won my first sales contest in second grade. My parents were adamant that I was going to be a salesperson, right? They taught me how to construct scripts, overcome objections, how to phrase things, how to speak to people, how to look them in the eye. I remember a very long course, Dr. Scott, you'll love this, on how to introduce myself, how to shake hands. I mean, there was a lot that I was learning as a kid. I went to my first sales training. They pulled me out of school. It was around Easter time, and I got to see professional sales trainer Tom Hopkins. And then I saw Zig Ziglar twice before I was even 18 years old. I remember looking Zig Ziglar in the eye and meeting him and thinking, wow, this guy's really cool. I wonder who he is. I mean, I didn't even know. I just knew he was amazing. So it was just a lifelong journey for me of sales, of marketing, of helping people. As I got older, what I really learned is that in the health and wellness space, there's a real void. And the void is that health and wellness providers and professionals are very highly focused on their craft, which thank goodness they are. I love knowing that my dentist, that my doctor has focused 100% of her time on learning about my teeth, about my body. That's super important. But what's missing and where there's a vacuum is all around growing their business and marketing. It is definitely different than the culture of their workplace, and it's different than bedside manner. I don't want to confuse those two things. It's about growing their practices. Same with wellness providers. It's about growing their practices. So with that information, I just want to let you know how important it is that people who want to grow their business or their practice need that guidance and need that understanding and information. And what my clients have told me over the years is a couple of different things. Number one, they constantly tell me, Julia, you're an idea machine. At one point, I thought about changing my business to idea machine because that was what I was doing, was giving them all these ideas. Another client of mine has told me that I've been able to clarify for them exactly what they needed to do to take the step to make more money, to be able to understand who their actual client is, to how to reach them, how to communicate better with their actual client, and to be able to overcome the hurdles of being able to share how much something will cost and getting them to pay. Because that's another big hurdle that a lot of wellness providers and solopreneurs encounter. Well, I started out my business several years ago as a marketing consultant, helping out wellness practitioners and mostly dentists. Honestly, it was mostly dental practices. And what evolved over time was that more and more solopreneurs, other entrepreneurs, and other business owners came forward and said, hands up, can you do for me what you've done for them? So my business has had a shift over the many years, and mostly what I work with today are network marketers. I work with people who want to start their own business, but love the framework of an affiliate marketing or a network marketing construct. It's the idea that many of the hurdles that they would need to overcome are already pre-built. That's my love and passion for network marketing, because the marketing is done, the branding is done, figuring out who to sell to, supply chain, manufacturing, those things are handled for those people. But what's really a neat twist, and what has been an amazing journey for me, is that I've been able to integrate my passion for sales and marketing, for business owners, for health and wellness providers, and help them to bring more products and services into their business, into their offering, so that they can actually grow their business through more products, services, sales training, sales and marketing, marketing materials, and bring it all together. So that's me, Julia Flynn Werre. I'm a consultant and now a corporate director with my team. I help people to grow their business, and I would love to hear your questions. I have any questions? Yeah.
Yeah. What are some of the, tell me about some of the companies that you've helped along the way.
Some companies that I've helped along the way, mostly dental practices. That's a big one for me. A lot of wellness and spa-based businesses. My largest client right now, though, is a roofing company. I worked with a roofing company when I was really young, and they hunted me down. They saw me, and they came and found me. And a lot of transportation companies, lots and lots of transportation companies, people who mostly are subcontractors. That's a big one for me. A lot of solopreneurs, and that would be people who either do IT and computers and things like that, as well as an enormous amount of people who were government workers, or people who had what I would call steady Eddie jobs, people who had a job for a very long period of time and wanted to be an entrepreneur and wanted to know what to do, but they're just completely stuck. They have no guidance, no understanding. I did create a course called Start Your Restart, which helps them to understand what they're doing. And so that's for the solopreneur market.
Julia, on the marketing front.
Yes.
What do you find best for your own use of marketing your offerings and services?
I do have some secret weapons, which I reveal in my courses.
I'm not looking for top classified information.
I was to say, no. I have a silver bullet that I share when I do one-on-ones and things like that. But I will tell you that this right here, what we're doing right now, is, in my opinion, the #1 best way to market your business, which is why I created this. The opportunity to meet people from every different industry and every different location and wherever they're from, and communicate. And it's not to sell to the person that I'm sitting in front of here in a networking environment and space. It's that I know that all of you will go out and something will happen, and you'll remember me and say, oh, you should talk to my friend Julia. I just had a great meeting with her. And you'll refer me to the right person.